Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Good evening, wherever you are. Hey, I started my day off right today with fori bakam and huevos rancheros and bacon. I am excited to be able to eat such a good meal this morning that I didn't have to cook. My room today, I'm going to go ahead and just tackle it. Pretty much Sundays are our reset days in the sense that we try to kind of do a semi-deep clean in certain areas of the house just so that the rest of the week can run smoothly. And so I'm going to go ahead and do some light dusting in my room, make my bed. I washed my sheets yesterday, so everything's nice and fresh, and then quick vacuum. I'm loving how everything in this room is kind of starting to come together. The only thing that is not thrifted here is my work desk and my bedpost. Everything else I've been finding driving in front of houses and picking up like that large mirror you'll see soon. Finding chairs and rocking chairs on Facebook Marketplace, and trying to fill my room as well with plants because I think it's the best thing to decorate your room with plants, especially since I love plants. I am going to admit that managing a larger home now, living in a tiny house for 6+ years, almost 7 years, and then an RV before that, it's been quite a change. It's a lot more vacuuming, a lot more dusting that needs to go in, and a lot more deep cleanings because of the space. I have to do baseboards on a weekly basis now because they're full of hair, and you could see it because I have 2 black dogs. And so there's just a lot of new little things. And I was starting to feel kind of overwhelmed on Saturday with all of the things that I needed to do. But I had to just like breathe and be like, wait a second. You're overwhelmed because you haven't set any systems in place yet. Once you set systems in place, then you'll be able to get a little more order. And I don't tackle all of the cleaning alone. My kids help with their own rooms. They do their own laundry. And now that they have their own bathroom, they are in charge of that bathroom as well. I don't clean their bedrooms. I do have to start managing like clothes and shoes because we live in the country. The kids are kind of wild. They play outside a lot. There's a lot of mud around the house because we haven't put any gravel or grass down yet. And so with the 3 dogs and then them coming in and out of the house can get extremely dusty and dirty quickly, especially their shoes. They have a thing for stepping on the mud the day after it rains, even though we have water shoes. So it's a system I'm going to have to implement. I left a shoe rack back in the tiny house that I think I'm going to bring in here and put it in the mudroom or put it on the deck of the house so that we can put our shoes outside. So that's something that it has been frustrating me because I don't feel like I'm teaching them the right things when it comes to taking care of their items when we're just putting muddy shoes back and not tending to clothes and mixing clothes. There's a couple things that we have to work through, but little by little, systems normally end up working out and just building habits. And I do like them to see that even though my room is not always perfect, that I do work hard to at least try to keep it tidy as much as I can. I don't make my bed every day. I am definitely not of the school of waking up and then doing my bed the first thing in the morning. That's just not how I roll. I've never really stressed out about it. I hear so many awesome motivational speeches about making your bed and how at least you have that done. And for me, that's just not really a priority. So I normally do my bed when I do my bed after breakfast or after lunch. if there's something that I want to portray in this channel, is being real and showing that homemaking, even if you work from home, work at home, or away from the home, like, it's hard work. You have to constantly dust, you have to constantly wipe down counters, you have to constantly wash dishes, you have to constantly keep up with the house things. But making it into a system like where the children have their own tasks to do and complete, and I have my own tasks to do and complete, it makes everything a lot easier. So I don't need to go into the girls' rooms and fix their room. They can do that on their own. You know, I have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they're more than capable of doing their own laundry and picking up after themselves. And the boys as well, even though I do have a little one that's still learning certain habits, I do have him picking up at least like trash cans all over the house and putting them in the big trash can so that his big brother can take it out. But so we all contribute and we all have to pull our weight. Today, I'm just going to handle my room and my responsibility because my husband is home and he cooked breakfast and he's going to tackle the dishes. He's going to do some work outside of the homes as well. And the kids have their stuff to do. So today is just a cleanup day. And normally Sundays for me is like the beginning of the week. So we do tackle a lot of things on Sunday so that Monday we could wake up to a more relaxed setting, you know, and not be so stressed out having to clean up and tidy up everything, but we could start the week in a good place. This black beauty is always on my side. I swear that she is like my service dog. She's always by my side. And if you hear sniffling and banging, it's my dogs. I'm sitting outside because it's the only quiet place in this house right now to record a voiceover. And so you'll hear the crickets because it's nighttime, and you'll hear my dogs sniffing around and their tail wagging and hitting the metal deck. So yeah, it's a fun night as usual trying to record a video here. This window is kind of my windows are my favorite part of the room. I get to see outside, and we have like a oil field on the other side of our property. And so there's like an overgrown bush of trees and bushes back there, and there's like 400 something acres of nothing. And so I love that I'm able to keep my windows wide open even at night and throughout the day. And so I like to decorate my room with plants and artwork that actually means something, like this painting that my husband watercolored. It has one of our favorite psalms on it. And so I display things on my windowsill, and I'm working with my husband, once we start to renovate things and fix up the house a little bit to our liking, I'm gonna make the windowsills just a little bit longer so that I can have plants sitting up here a lot more comfortably, because there's like a little ledge. I don't know if you can tell. It kind of keeps my stuff a little bit tilted. My plants at least keeps them tilted. So I've got a rock from Arizona, Utah, and then I've got some coral from Florida. And it's awesome because I just get to keep these little things that mean something to me and decorate my home with thrifted items that I love, that I fall in love with, and natural things that I find. And I do feel like I'm gonna have a lot of work to be done in this room to get it to be exactly how I want it to be. But because I'm not planning to go cheap on my bedroom and just buying Amazon stuff that falls apart after a couple years, just speaking from experience, I know Amazon's like everybody's favorite thing to buy everything, but I've bought furniture from there and I'm just not happy with the results after a while. So I've been on the lookout for like solid wood things and antiques that I could refinish to my liking and just fill and create a space that I love. And I am by no means a minimalist. I tried that when I lived in the RV and it worked great because we had to declutter from so much stuff. There was just no other way of living in the RV unless we got rid of everything that we had. So now that we have these 2,000 something square feet, I do need to fill the rooms up. I don't mean like fill it up with a bunch of junk, but I do want to fill it up with good furniture, art, things that my kids make me, rocks and fossils and coral and things like that, and shells that we find or when we go on vacations. Those things mean something to me, and so I want to fill my house with things that I love. Let me just talk about this gorgeous mirror. I found it on the side of the road in Miami, Florida, and it traveled all the miles from Miami, Florida, all the way down here to Texas. I love it. It was on the side of somebody's mailbox. I can't even believe that I found this guy. Something like this, even at a Goodwill, is like a good easy 50 to 80 bucks. Goodwill lately has been kind of crazy with certain things, but something of this quality probably would have been $50 and over, and I got this guy for free. I didn't even have to pay shipping. I carried that sucker back home. So I love cleaning it. Every time I see it, it makes me smile because I'm just like, I got you for free. Now I'm gonna tidy up my room and just vacuum everything. This Dyson I also bought secondhand. I got it from a guy that sells things from Costco that have been returned. I got this like $800 and something machine for less than 200 bucks. So I'm excited to use this easy thing and I don't have to worry about cords. And there she is again, my black queen, just laying there. Now I'm going to study and catch up on some work. Even though it is the weekend, I do try to get my stuff in order so I don't have a heavy week ahead of me since I work from home. And just enjoy my Sunday and go outside. And I thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Please like it, subscribe, share it with somebody who you think will enjoy it too.